Hello students. Today in this video I will tell you about the structure of the earth, or you can say interior of the earth. But before starting our topic, let us first learn about earth. What is the earth? We have already learned that our planet earth is a unique planet because it has air, water, and suitable climatic conditions for plants, animals, and human beings. You know, life is not possible on Mercury because it is very near to the sun. So it is very hot. At the same time, Neptune, which is far away from the Earth, is very cold and dark. So life is not possible there also. Only Earth has the right climate, air, and water. That is why it is called a unique planet. You know, many changes have taken place and still are taking place on the Earth's surface, from time to time and from place to place. Now, a question arises here. What causes the change on the Earth's surface? Yes, it is the movement of the lithosphere plates that cause various changes on the Earth, on the surface of the Earth. Or we can say the various forces, that is, the internal forces as well as the external forces. Or we can also say endogenic forces as well as the exogenic forces. Now, what are endogenic forces? These are the forces which originate from within the earth. These forces can produce sudden or slow movements, or sometimes both. For example, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and landslides. The next force is exogenic force. It simply means the forces which originates on the surface of the earth, and their effect can be seen in the form of erosional and depositional features of winds, water, and ice. Now, to understand these changes, the scientists have divided the earth into three concentric layers of varying thickness known as the crust, the mantle, and the core. The arrangement of layers is comparable to an onion with its shells one inside the other. Now let us learn about the first layer of the earth, that is the crust or lithosphere. It is the outermost layer. Its thickness varies between 5 to 8 kilometers under the ocean floors to 35 kilometers. The crust is divided into two plates, continental crust and oceanic crust. The continental crust is made up of silica and alumina, and so it is called salt. The oceanic crust is made up of silica and magnesium, and therefore is called sima. The average density of the crust is about 3 grams per cubic centimeter. The outer crust has soil. It also provides us with most of the minerals. Now the second layer of the earth, that is the mantle. It is also known as mesosphere. It is made up of denser matter as has an average density of 3.2 gram to 5.5 gram per cubic centimeter. This mantle is the storehouse of magma, the molten rocks under the surface of the earth. It consists of two layers, the upper mantle and the lower mantle. The average temperature of the upper mantle is 87 degrees Celsius, and the rocks here are in semi-solid state. The average temperature of the lower mantle is about 2200 degrees Celsius, and it is in solid state. The most common mineral found here is called alumine or magnesium iron silicate. Because of its why it is called the alumine? Because it is of its olive green color. Now the last innermost layer of the earth, that is the core. It is also known as barosphere. It has an average density of 5 grams and 13.0 gram per cubic centimeter. The core is made up of nickel and iron and is therefore referred to as Ni. This too is divided into two layers, the outer core and the inner core. The temperature of the outer core is 2200 degrees Celsius. That of the inner core is 5000 degrees Celsius. Thank you. I hope you have understood the topic.